DP, the matter of Sean Howie and Brian Johnston. Mr. Johnston is present and friend of the court had filed a motion to address support arrears due to the death of Sean Howie. Ms. Heaven is here from friend of the court. Ms. Heaven, do you have an update in the matter?
I do. Friend of the court was notified of Sean Marie Howie's death as of February 4th, 2023. There is current billing with Brian Johnston ordered to pay $133 child support, $34 medical support, $25 confinement. Mr. Johnston has a total balance of $6,570.44. Not all of it is owed to the plaintiff that is deceased. There's a portion, $3,055.30. Mr. Johnson does have a warrant in our county for this case.
And is the friend of the court recommending that amounts owed to Ms. Howie be dismissed?
Yes.
And is the friend of the court recommending that child support stop effective February 4th?
Yes, there will be a new case opened with the PA's office for the new guardian versus Brian.
All right. And how much would be left for Mr. Johnston then? I guess approximately $3,500, I guess.
Yeah, a little over $3,500.
All right. And sir, were you aware you had a bench warrant for non-payment of child support?
I didn't know.
All right. Well, let's address that today too then. Did you want to have a lawyer represent you in that matter?
We're still not getting anywhere with this. I don't know.
I'm not sure. We want to try to settle that so that that bench warrant does go away.
Okay.
We've made multiple attempts to see Landon, and we've been turned away every time.
Ms. Heaven, what led to the warrant?
What led to the warrant?
I'm asking Ms. Heaven, not you. Just be quiet for a minute.
The warrant was issued April 11th, 2022. That was based from the support enforcement order date of hearing August 17th, 2021. I believe he was in attendance. It doesn't say he failed to appear. He was held in contempt, 45 days jail sentence, or a $500 cash bond. He was ordered to make payments as currently ordered.
Have payments been made since then?
No, the last payment was made in September of 2021. We received $120.
All right. So, sir, that's why the warrant was issued, is because you failed to make payments after that show cause. Sentence was held in abeyance, but it was imposed once you didn't comply with the order by making the payments that were ordered. Do you agree that you owe the amount stated at this point? I guess minus some amounts that may be owed to Ms. Howie due to her passing?
I guess.
All right. And so you weren't making payments on a regular monthly basis. Why not?
So he is the stay-at-home.
Ma'am, I need to hear from him, unless you're his lawyer.
I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad. I'm not able to work. I've been told by numerous doctors in Michigan and in Florida because of my fractured back of almost a decade now, I'm not even able to lift over 5-10 pounds. So I'm not able to work. I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad with 3 kids. My wife works.
So did you ever file a motion with the friend of the court to stop support based on your inability to pay it?
I've never been given a chance really to do much with friend of the court. I've always been looked down on because I didn't pay anything. I made multiple attempts, if you'll let me. I've made multiple attempts in the years to see Landon, and every time I tried stopping by, even with my wife, I was told to leave or the cops would show up. I'm not a bad dad. I have 3 kids that I take care of on a daily basis, but since this case started almost 5 years ago now, or since Landon was born, I've been pushed away from the start, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did wrong. I understand that we weren't married when we had him. However, I made attempts. I tried bringing clothes and a couple of toys one year for Christmas, and I came by the next day, they were thrown out. So I mean, I feel that I'm paying to be told to stay away from my son. like I'm being told, or like I'm having to pay. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I made multiple attempts and I have them all written down on record, and I was just told left and right, no, you're not good enough. Get out of here before we call the cops. And there's only so much I can do after so many years of just being told in the court system and in person, no. I mean,
Well,
you know,
I've been presiding over these hearings for 21 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen you, and I don't see any motions in the file where you ever filed a motion for parenting time or custody or anything. There's a guardianship order from 2018, I guess, that defines what your parenting time was supposed to be. If you were doing parenting time at any time, you could have filed a motion to have that enforced. I don't know if you were supposed to have parenting time or not. I don't know what led to the guardianship. What I do know is that you're about $6,500 behind. Ms. Howie has passed away. We'll dismiss the amounts that were owed to her, and you need to pay $100 a month toward the remaining arrears. I'm going to keep the warrant on there at this point. You haven't offered that you had any money to pay toward the bond. You haven't made a payment in a year. There's no reason to discharge the warrant at this point.
Now, how can we make payments as we live on the other side of the country?
Well, there's this thing called the internet. You can make payments through the internet. There's mail. You can mail payments with a postage stamp and an envelope to the state disbursement unit here in Michigan. There's lots of ways to get payments to Lansing.
Okay. So it's $100 a month.
$100 a month toward the remaining arrears. Yes.
They're not going to give me a chance.
Now, to do it online, what website do we go to? Like we don't know how to do any of that.
All right, Ms. Owen, can you give her the information for paying online?
You can go to MISDU, so it's MI like Michigan, SD, State Disbursement Unit.com. And there are ways to pay through there, a variety of ways. You can pay with credit card, you can send a money order or a check straight to MISDU.
Okay.
And I would suggest that you go create a My Child Support account by going to michigan.gov/MI Child Support to monitor your case. Mr. Johnston, you have another case in, looks like Ottawa County, that you need to contact them and take care of some things with them too.
No, that account was closed. That account was with me. We got married.
Well,
they dismissed the case.
You need to contact it because it's still open. And Mr. Johnston, you have a warrant with them as well.
I'm not, okay. I'm done no one's listening to me. I haven't.
We have contacted Ottawa County before we even moved down to Florida almost 2 years ago.
We got permission to move down.
I don't have anything to do with that case. I'm just saying I'm just telling you what I see. So you need to contact them.
Okay.
Okay.
Both are here. Matter was set for
hearing.
Ms. Brooks filed a motion regarding support. Ms. Evans here from friend of the court as well. Everybody's via Zoom. So, Ms. Brooks, you're requesting that support be recalculated at this time?
Yes, I am.
All right. And Ms. Evans, do you have any information upon which to run support?
I received information from Mr. Ulrich's employer, so I have his income information. I do not have any income information for Ms. Brooks.
All right. I'll swear you both in. Do you both swear or affirm any testimony you give in this cause would be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
I do.
All right. I'll start with you, ma'am. It's your motion. Where do you work?
I work through DHS.
All right. And what do you get paid?
I get paid $12.43 an hour.
Is that full time?
Part-time.
How many hours?
I work approximately 15 hours a week.
Is there a reason that you don't work a full-time job?
Yeah, I transport my daughter to and from school because we have 50-50 custody. And when I transport her to and from school, I travel 4 hours a day on the weeks that I have her.
What do you do?
So I'm transporting 20 hours a week during the day.
That's not the child in this case though, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that wouldn't impact your income for purposes of this case. Maybe it would for the other one. I don't know, but that's not Mr. Ulrich's fault. What do you do for DHHS?
I am a service worker, a home health service worker. I do work more hours sometimes. It just depends on how many clients I have at the time.
Okay.
This summer I'll have more, but right now I don't.
What's the last full-time job you had?
2 years ago.
Where'd you work then?
Wolverine Worldwide.
What happened to that job?
I got let go.
For a cause, or was it a layoff or what?
I wasn't written up or anything. I was just fired because of, I don't know.
Okay.
I guess a disagreement with a coworker who was constantly harassing me.
All right. How much did you make there?
I'm not sure. It was 2.5 years ago, maybe 16 an hour. I was staying home with our kids and then working part-time, and then my fiance canceled our wedding behind my back and then evicted us out of the house we were living in. So.
All right. How many minor children do you have besides the child in this case?
One.
Okay. And sir, where do you work?
I work for Consolidated Electric out of Lansing, Michigan.
How much do you make there?
$21 an hour,
Full time?
full time, 40 hours a week.
Do you have any other income from any other source?
No. I'm also paying on 2 other kids
You have two other
in
minor
2 different counties. Pardon?
You have 2 other minor children, you said?
Yes, I'm paying child support on 2 other kids.
All right. And ma'am, other than your earnings at DHHS, do you have any other income from any other source?
No, just child support. That's it.
Okay. And so this child is 7, is that right?
Correct.
All right. Do either of you have any childcare, any daycare costs for him?
No.
And does he have health insurance through a private insurance or through Medicaid, or how's he insured?
Medicaid.
Okay. And ma'am, are you remarried?
No.
So when you file your taxes, do you claim this child?
Yes.
Do you claim your other child as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it's your personal exemption plus 2 children when you claim your taxes?
Correct.
All right, you file as head of household?
I have in the past because of where I was living, but next year I will.
Okay. And let's see, sir, do you claim either of your other 2 minor children when you file taxes?
I do not. I cannot.
All right, are you married?
No, sir.
Okay, you file as a single person then, claiming just yourself?
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
Overnights?
Oh, that's a big one. What's the parenting time breakdown for overnights?
I think it's 100.
You
That was the last order, yes.
okay. Things haven't changed since the last order as far as parenting time?
No, it's still the same. We still go by the rules.
What, is there a specific schedule, or does it, how'd you come up with 100, I guess?
That's what the last order said. As far as I know, last I knew.
Yeah, they have,
Oh, okay. I guess the last order was on this one. If nothing has changed, then that would be carried over. Ms. Heaven, I guess, is there anything I've missed? I guess, $12.43 an hour, 40 hours a week for mom. Anything else that needed to be clarified?
No, I believe that would be the one question I have, was what we were using there. No daycare, Medicaid.
I do have 2 other kids that I am paying on too as well.
Yep, I did include those.
They get put in.
Justin, do you have health insurance available where you work?
For myself, yes, it's not affordable for the kids.
Okay.
Do I need to get something to you about that? I can reach out to my HR. I'm on the job site right now, so.
No, I mean, I know we had before that it was not reasonable. I didn't know if anything had changed there.
Last I knew, if you need something, I can send something up to you.
I don't think so. So it's currently billing $299 a month. This calculation would have support $377, ordinary medical $21, total of $398.
377 and 21, 398. All right. Ma'am, do you agree with the amount?
The only thing I question is that last time we've talked about child support, Justin lives with his parents, does not pay rent or utilities. So I know that $400 a month was figured in as a gift per month.
A gift per month. How can I get out of here if I'm paying all this money in child support? How can I get out on my own? You know how much housing is these days? It's $1,200 a month just to rent a place. On the low end. And you want me to transfer and go to baseball games and work a 40-hour job and at gas prices at $4 a gallon? I'm driving around a 20-something-year-old vehicle. You got a brand new vehicle there. You got off stimulus payments. I got nothing here, man. I do my best I can.
So, sir, I guess you don't agree with the recommended amount?
No, I don't. I don't think it needs to be raised. I think she needs to go get a job.
I do have a job and I do have other clients at different times. I don't have all the same clients all the time. I work as much as I can, and during the summer I will be working more, but we got put into circumstances that were out of our control, and I work as much as I can. I don't turn down any clients anytime my supervisor calls me.
And sir, just so you're aware, I did put her in at 40 hours, so.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that amount that you had?
I'm looking at what we did last time. Hold on. Sir, do you pay your parents any rent or anything like that? Or do you help out with bills or anything like that around the house?
I help out with bills. Yes, sir, I do. Groceries for the kids when they're here. When summer's here, it's even more. Yeah. Light bill, insurance on vehicle. I got to do all that myself. Nobody helps me. I get no help.
You pay the light bill for the entire house or what?
Yeah.
What about other expenses associated with the house?
Life ain't a free ride. Pardon?
What about other expenses associated with your parents' house? Do you pay any of that?
I pay the light bill. My insurance on my truck's $100 a month.
Well, your insurance on your truck isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that could be payments that you make in lieu of paying rent or in lieu of paying a mortgage or things like that.
I mow the yard, and that's, you know what I mean? If something happens in the house here, I normally pitch in. You know, if the dishwasher goes out or something, I have to, you know, I'm asked to fork over something, you know.
Okay.
I contribute to the household. Does that make sense?
Well, how do you contribute? Tell me that then.
I have to buy the diesel to mow the yard. If something breaks, it's normally on me. My dad's retired and just about disabled. It's all he can do to walk.
Ms. Evan, did we put an amount in last time in lieu of as a perquisite for?
You know, last time was December 30th of 2012. Wait a minute. We were here on a warrant and we took the child care off. And I see there's a.
I thought it was January of 2020 is what I come up with, but I could be wrong.
Well, I think there was a calculation done when were you incarcerated for a period?
I was not incarcerated, no.
Oh, okay. Seems like we did a review.
I know we took some.
Last time the gift was included, it was in $400 a month.
A gift? I don't get a gift. The gift to see my kid and be a dad.
But I think that's because he was underemployed. We only had an income of $1,679. So I think he must have been imputed at minimum wage then. That's the minimum wage money.
Yeah.
So that would make sense to include a gift in kind.
No, it's because I asked Michael Page to include that because he didn't pay any rent or any utilities. And he said that, yes, that would be considered a gift. And Mr. Page put it in at $400 a month, added it in as $400 a month.
It was a perks and in kind. Housing, room and board, food, other goods and services would be a perks in kind. There was money added. It was $750. But his income for that was a minimum wage.
Well, Mr. Ulrich now has a substantial wage, and he's testified that he does contribute to expenses associated with the home. So I'm not going to add that in. I'll go with the amount that's recommended, $377 a month support, 21 ordinary medical. That would be effective May 1st, 2023. Anything else, folks?
Yeah, what was the total amount on that, sir?
$398.
$398 a month? Thank you very much, sir.
All right. We're all set.
All right.
Wade Nelson and Benjamin Sharp. Mr. Sharp is here, and another third-party guardian is present as well, although that's not Mr. Nelson. Folks, I'm the referee of the court assigned to handle these matters. At the conclusion of this hearing, I'll make a recommendation that'll become a court order. I guess, sir, you have the right to a lawyer representing you in these types of proceedings when you're appearing on a bench warrant. Did you want to have a lawyer, or did you want to represent yourself?
I can represent myself for now. Fine.
All right. Ms. Hummel, do you have an update in the matter?
Yes, there's no current billing. The minor children are not with either guardian. But there is $6,854.92 owed total. Of that, $2,990.57 is owed to the state of Michigan for state owed child support. $1,142.35 is owed to Miss Hart. $832.28 is owed to the state for Medi under Miss Hart. And $987.22 is owed to Wade Nelson, the plaintiff, who was a guardian. And then $398 in Medi, which is owed to the state of Michigan, $304.50 in fees, and $200 in bench warrant contempt fines. Last time received a payment was $57.79 November 30th of 2022, $57.78 November 25th, and $47.78 on November 16th. We were receiving income withholding order through receiving money through an income withholding order for approximately a month and a half of 2022 in October, November. And prior to that was $72.26 in March of 2021. Mr. Sharp is currently in Muskegon County Jail. I believe he was picked up 3/15 of 2023. He is in on probation violation and will have sentencing in July of this year.
All right. And sir, do you agree that you owe the amount stated?
Yeah.
All right. And you're currently in the Muskegon County Jail?
Yeah, I'll be here for a little while.
All right. You're going to be sentenced in July on a probation violation?
No, so far as I got, it's a settlement conference or something like that. So I won't be sentenced for a while yet after that.
Oh. So if
That's
you're
the information in the jail list.
all right. So if you're sitting on a probation violation, then you won't be released until that's resolved, or what?
Yeah, I won't be released for a while. I have no bond or anything, so.
You've been there for 2 months at this point already?
Close to, yeah.
All right. Do you have a job waiting for you when you get out?
No, but I can get one easy.
Where at?
I was working at, it was Forming Technologies on Laketon.
All right. They'll take you back, you think?
Oh yeah, easy.
All right. Ms. Hart, anything you want to say? No, all right. At this time, Mr. Sharp's already been lodged for about 2 months, not technically on this, but it looks like he's gonna be lodged for a longer period of time here. I don't know how long it'll be, but it will likely, at this point, it looks like exceed a 90-day sentence that would have been,
Oh, yeah.
in this case. Ms. Oller, was it 90 days?
90 days or $1,000. The information I received from, I think it was Muskegon County Jail was that he will be in for at least for approximately 6 or 7 more months, up to 9 months, because to do a county year, which has time off for good time.
Good time, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I'll discharge the warrant at this point. Sir, you need to notify the friend of the court when you're released, and you would need to make payments each and every month toward the arrearage once you're released. I'll set your payments at $100 a month that you would need to pay toward the arrearage each and every month after you're released. So make sure you let the friend of the court know when you go back to work, then they can just send an income withholding. It'll come right out of your pay. All right?
Okay, all right, cool.
Stephanie Van Oller and Ronald Ryer. Ms. Van Oller is here. Mr. Ryer is not, and the payees, it looks like, are Mark and Nicole Peterson. Is that right?
Nicole Peterson is, yes.
Peterson. All right. And did you mail a copy of the motion to her as well?
They didn't give me one to mail to her. She only gave me my copy and Ronald's copy.
All right, but you don't pay him, you pay Nicole Peterson.
Yeah, well, I didn't get a paper to give to them. I had 5 copies plus the original, and I was given back my copy and Ronald's copy.
All right. What are you requesting?
I'm asking that we can lower the child support.
Okay, why?
Well, I currently do not have a job, so I don't have a way to pay it. And Ronald helped me pay the 400 and something that I was able to pay. I just made a little payment today. I sent out through the mail.
And how much are you ordered to pay each month?
I'm not able to make the 400 and something a month.
It's $366 plus arrears.
Oh, okay. And Ms. Heaven, when was that ordered?
There was a review done in September of last year. October 1st of 2022.
October 1st, okay. And so for the purposes of that review, ma'am, it looks like you were run at minimum wage. Were you making minimum wage at that time?
No, I haven't been working in a while.
All right, so you were imputed at minimum wage at that time because you weren't working and there was no indication that you were not able to work. And that's what the income that the amount was based on. What's changed since then? Are you unable to work at this point?
I just don't have the reliable transportation to get back and forth at the moment. I have applied to places, and also not only that, I've been focusing a lot too with counseling.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mind you, I was going through a bad road a while ago. I'm 14 months sober.
All right, well, that's good. If we can find some positives in this, that's certainly good. So let's see. I just pulled that up on Google Maps, and it doesn't look like you would really need reliable transportation to get to about 100 different places where you might be able to get a job. Bunch of restaurants and all kinds of stuff right near the corner of Burton and the highway there. That's pretty populated, densely populated area. There's public transportation. There's you could get a bicycle, you could walk. There's a lot of places that you could get to without a vehicle, without a motor vehicle.
Yeah, I'm learning the bus, and not only that, I've recently talked to my dad about borrowing his bicycle. So I mean, I am looking and putting effort in some ways. You know, I'm trying to make payments as much as I can to you guys.
All right. Well, I think you can probably get a job pretty easily and make these payments. So I'm going to deny your motion. I'll tell the friend of the court not to enforce for the rest of May, and so you wouldn't. That'd give you about a month to find a job. You need to start making payments. I'll say you need to start making payments in July. That'll give you the rest of May and June to find a job. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me some time.
All right. So start making your payments in July and you should be all set. But other than that, I'm not gonna lower support or stop support at this point. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yep, you're all set.